Ooh, are we live? Who are you people? What are you doing in my house? All right. So, I think this is where we just, where we previously left off. I was thinking the other day, actually, about this kitchen scene. Well, it was yesterday, of course, while I was doing other things. And I came up with a bit of a solution because, if you recall, I mentioned that I kind of like drawing Andy hunched over the drawer, trying to reach inside it, but I didn't really want to draw his feet that badly. Well, I came up with a brilliant solution that just hit me after the stream yesterday, which is just draw the other drawer being open, maybe. Brilliant solution. Yeah, just have the other drawer open, maybe. Uh, yeah, that. There. Now I don't have to draw his feet. Plus, it also looks like he's a little more frantic, like he's pulling shit apart, trying to look for, a tool that he could use. I think it would be more like... Oop, wrong way. Yeah, I think I'm overdoing it a bit. Let me try like this. Oh, there's something sticky on my tablet. I don't know what it is. Let me draw... Let me draw a construction line here. Actually, that's pretty close. I eyeballed it pretty good. The thing is this drawer is clearly taller than the one on top, but I might kind of leave it that way as like a stylistic thing, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to see how I feel about it. And I also feel like this counter needs to be up a little bit higher. Maybe like that. See how I feel about that. Eh. I don't, I think, actually, maybe I kind of like it where it was. I'm not sure. Yeah, or maybe just... Whoop. Shit. Maybe just up ever so slightly. Maybe not. I'm a little bit indecisive once again. I'm gonna put another little construction line there, so yeah, I could line this up a little bit better. Ooh, actually. Let me... So yeah, let's move that over a little bit. Here. It's a little more in line. Turn the opacity down a little bit. I don't need to see it. I need to see it that... okay. One there. Yeah, maybe I will kind of thin it a little bit. That was a little too much. There we go. There we go. What is this for? Erase that gunk. Well, or maybe instead of making it ultra straight, I might have a little bit of kind of fun with the lines a little bit. Okay. Wait, I'm overthinking it. Overthinking it. All right, now time for the ultimate test. Let's try flipping it. Not too bad. Oop, wrong way. Not too bad. I could bring this out to here though. Yeah, like that. All right, we got a little something going on there. I think there are going to be some debates about like scaling Andy, like how big I want him to be. If I get rid of him, yeah, I also feel like maybe the counter should be a little bit bigger. If I'm gonna have the drawers so big, I might want to make it counter a little bit bigger too, perhaps. Yeah, that's a little better, I think. A little bit better. Okay. Um, I think I said I was gonna look at some more references and shit for this, but I didn't do that. I believe I said that last stream that I was going to, but I lied. Maybe like that ish. Oh, whoa, doggies. Um, yeah, as you can tell, I do a lot of erasing because I don't like leaving my sketches too shitty looking. I kind of like to have a rather clear idea of what the final thing is going to look like, but before I ink it. So the rough sketches are actually pretty clean by the time I get finished with them. Then when I get to cleanup, it's a breeze. It's just you don't even have to think about it. You just draw lines. That's it. You just trace basically. I mean, I do have to think about the line thickness a bit because I sometimes play around with that a little bit, but um, maybe I should have one more line kind of going right here. Show the bottom of the drawer a little bit. Kind of the hint of the bottom. Where's my other? Yeah. These should probably be even too. I could probably even them out a little bit more. Yeah. Let's do that. So I should probably get my thingamajig up to see if anyone's talking in chat. I don't think anybody is. Nobody wants to play with me. Um. Hmm. um. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Um. Yeah. So if I want, I'm gonna have to fix this edge right here. If I'm gonna do that. But I kind of like that this is a little bit curved right here. But yeah, because then this also causes a problem with this corner here. Damn it. Yeah, so then this is gonna have to, yeah. Oop. Whoopsie daisy. I mean, I don't want to make them too perfect looking, but, you know, because that would be kind of boring, but I don't know. This is okay, I think. I think that also might be time to erase some of this stuff here. Yeah. Yeah, because I think I like how the drawers are coming out. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we need another line, like right. Shit, on the wrong layer. Need another line, like right there. Yeah, there we go. All right, now we can get rid of this. Okay, we can get rid of our little guides here that we created, our construction lines. Yeah, let's merge these two. One kind of cool trick in Clip Studio is if you have a raster layer. Maybe it works with vector too. I don't know. I don't really use vector for anything in this program because I don't really like the way the vector works. In Clip Studio, I kind of prefer Flash, actually, believe it or not. I kind of prefer, if I'm going to make a vector drawing, I actually prefer to just use Flash to do it. But one kind of cool little feature of Clip Studio is this lock transparent pixels feature, where I could hit that. I can select all my lines here, despite the fact that they're different colors, and say select a color like black and hit the fill tool, and boom, it'll change all the lines automatically. Because without that being on, it would just create a complete fill. Like so, it wouldn't color the lines like I wanted to. It would destroy them. So here's something kind of cool I like about this program. Well, you know, if this line is kind of at an angle like this, I might also kind of fuck with this line a little bit too to get it to, yeah, just a little bit. I don't want to go too nuts, but I might kind of fudge it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Ah, shit. All right, get rid of that arrow. Damn it. Can't fucking draw. I've only been doing it for so many years. Dag nabbit. Sorry, I forgot we're on YouTube. Dag nabbit. Unalive in Minecraft. Is that what the kids are saying these days? Unalive in Minecraft? I think so. Yeah, I think there's going to be a bit of a debate in my brain as to how or how big to make Andy. Oops, sorry, bumped the mic. I don't have a great setup here. I kind of have the mic off axis from my fucking tablet a little bit, but I have to face the tablet to in order to see what the hell I'm doing. So, it doesn't sound as good as it would if I was like right on the mic like this. So you get a little more room noise that way. Is that right? I think so. Okay. Why is there a clusterfuck going on over here? Okay. Yeah, it's not too bad. When I shrink it down into a panel, I might also have to make some sacrifices, like, probably this side of the doorway I might get rid of, and I might cut the drawers off a bit, like here or something. I don't know. Might end up having to do that, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Gotta make sacrifices in this business. You have to. Sorry, I turned into a horse there temporarily. My brain is also kind of telling me to have his body kind of going down a bit like there. I could make the shoulder kind of pointy for fun. Let me redraw that mouth. Yeah, okay, there you go. I don't know. Might make him look a little goofy. Let me turn this off so I can focus a little bit better. There we go. Fill out his eyes. Yeah, looks kind of serial killery a little bit, but actually that kind of works for us. This line should be up a little bit more. Since his shoulder's up a little bit more on that arm. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Looks kind of like he's holding his breath, though. I don't know if I like that. What time is it? Okay. feel like it should be more like here, maybe. Oh, this happens sometimes. My pen starts malfunctioning, and it creates this really cool pattern, actually. I'm glad I got this to happen on stream. I really like it I really like that little pattern it makes. It's cool. I've saved a few of these, actually. Yeah, where it starts glitching out. It looks really fucking cool. But, gotta get rid of it. Yeah, my brain is telling me that it needs to go, like, there instead. I don't know. Yeah, make it look a little bit bigger. Maybe. Or maybe more like, I don't know. Let's just drag it around, I guess. Woo. Okay. What do we think about that? Kind of okay. I might, maybe I'll create another construction line right there. Then we can align the pan with it. Our, really horrid looking, frying pan. That is skewed a little bit now, I can see. Well, we could fix that. Make it look a little more proper. Yeah. Let's do that, and then let's take this section, skew it a little bit back, maybe. See if that looks right. It looks okay, I guess. Or maybe instead of doing that, maybe I'll just rotate it a little bit. Like so. Oop, how's that look? I don't know. Not too bad, I guess. A little boring, though. A little boring, though, maybe. Save that. I feel like that's hanging up on something, but I don't know what I want to hang it up on. Looking up some reference images here. I mean, could have a little bit of fun and put it on like a big rusty hook or some shit. Like, put it on like a rope or something. I don't know. Kind of stupid, but it's kind of funny looking too. Could do something kind of like that. This is skewed a little bit, I can see, but I might actually kind of go with it. I might kind of like that. I don't know. Doesn't look like something you'd normally see in a kitchen, but kind of funny. Trying to maybe exaggerate it a little bit. I don't know. Probably won't look very good though. Nah. I don't know. I don't even know why that's really funny to me. Just the idea of the big rusty hook just randomly swinging in a kitchen. Sometimes you just gotta go with it. Well, today's going pretty well so far because my nose isn't kicking my ass, so that's nice. I haven't had to grab a tissue yet. So, doing a little better than yesterday. Um, yeah, I don't know how much of this detail is going to still be around when I like scale it down because I'll have to eventually scale all this down into a comic, or I mean, to a panel for the comic. So I might have to omit some of this kitchen here just to make it fit. But that's typically how I work. Is I just start drawing randomly on the canvas and then you know do with it what I will after the fact. Shrink it down and put it in a panel. I don't really. Might be smarter to actually just draw the panels first and work within that, but I don't know. I just start drawing shit and then move it in there and figure it out later. Probably, like I said, perhaps not the best method, but all right. These are, you know, kind of the problem with the hook is it's not really aligned with what we got going on here. Yeah, maybe like that. I don't know. Do that. Oop. What do you think, chat? Okay. Let me get a sip. All right. Well, what's next on the agenda? We'll start with that. I might, fuck with it a little bit more in the future. In fact, it's almost guaranteed I will, but I mean, it's a good starting point, I think. Okay, you collapse that folder. Got this. I think that I think I actually have another panel of him looking disappointed, so I might kind of go back to the way he looked initially, where he was kind of like stunned by it. Yeah, because I looked at the script and there's an extra panel I need to draw after this. Maybe, yeah, maybe get rid of the eyebrows. You're welcome for that. Yeah. I gotta figure out what kind of facial expression I want to give him. Maybe more of like a... It's kind of funny, I mean. This up a little more. I don't know. I kind of want to make him look more surprised in this one. I kind of like this where his hair is kind of deflated a little bit. It's like he thinks he's going to get this really awesome tool, and then he's just like, oh shit. So the disappointment hits him, you know. Safe, 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 safe. T, 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 knife, 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 knife. All right. What if I like angled all his fingers kind of like that? The pen nib is squeaking. Oh yeah, it's getting pointed too. I might have to replace it soon. Shit. Oh shit. No. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, that's a little different looking. How much time we got? Oh, got quite a bit of time. I have to keep checking because time flies when you're having fun, so they say. And I love having fun. Okay, I kind of like that facial expression. When I start giggling stupidly at things, that's usually a good sign. It means I'm on the right path, probably. I kind of like the curvature of his arm right here, and I might kind of lean into that a little more. That's the other thing, is sometimes while drawing, you just kind of make, well, as Bob Ross would say, happy little accidents where you don't even intend something to come out the way it does exactly, but, you know, it does, and you're like, oh, that's actually kind of cool, and you just end up going with it, you know? That's kind of what's going on with the arm. I mean, it's a total accident that there's a curvature there. You know, it was just because I was in a hurry trying to, like, rough the idea out, but I don't know, it kind of works. I might lean into it a little more. Might redraw that last finger a little bit. See if I clearly define this a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah. Safe, 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 safe. T, 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 T. Knife, 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 knife. All right. That's the jingle for the commercials. Or so I've been told. All right. Maybe I could do a little better. Or I could be a piece of shit and just like copy and paste the same line. Could do that too, like like this. Oh, that wouldn't work though, because yeah, it tapers a bit, doesn't it? Well, or good try. And we'll get rid of this. What would that look like? Kind of funny. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like it actually. It's kind of funny looking. Yeah, fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. It works. It works. Uh, yeah, maybe. I might not even have the elbow in the final thing. I might cut his torso a little bit prematurely. Uh, yeah. 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 Hmm. Oop. Try flipping it. I'm going to use my mouse this time because whenever I use my tablet pen, I always end up hitting the wrong thing. Oh, for some reason with the Cintiq, I don't know if they ever fixed this with later models, but when you get your cursor closer to the edges of the Cintiq, it starts to the accuracy kind of starts to diminish. So, you know, I might have my pen at the bottom of the screen here, but you can see the cursor is pointing a little bit above it. It starts to kind of the accuracy kind of starts to degrade as you get closer to the edges for some reason. I don't know why. They might have fixed it with newer models. I'm not sure, but that's also part of the problem. And the button is right up here, so you know, it's easy to hit the wrong thing because it's such a tiny little hit zone and such a small hit box. And yeah, anyway. So I might. It's not too. Well, it's not too bad. I might. It's what I mean, you know. The shit I draw typically has a little bit of a skew to it. I don't draw very cleanly, let's say. So that's why it helps to flip. But it's not actually too bad. It doesn't actually look too bad. I think that this line I might redraw. Okay. Um. Yeah. What are we sitting at? About 45 minutes left. I might. Well, actually, I might start building the panels. Um. I might. Let's see, where are we at? The hell is going on? What the fuck? What the fuck? Um. Sorry, I'm looking at something off screen. Let me try this one. Okay, copy that. And we'll copy this here. Ooh. Bada bing. Bada bing. All right. Actually, that's probably pretty close to what we want. Let's align this to the center. Yeah, I think that's that might be about right. There's 3 panels, I believe. Let me consult the script. The script is God in this household. Yeah, only 3. Okay. So, yeah, in which case I could give a lot of room to that first one with the kitchen scene, you know. Buh, 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 buh. Do I want to shrink him now or do I want to wait? Decisions. Might just do it. Fuck it. Yeah, it looks about right to me. That there was our folder here. See how we can get this to fit. Actually, we'd have more room to work with than I thought. You know what? Yeah, we would. We would, actually. Put that there. Sorry, I'm thinking. I'm trying to make a big decision here. It's a matter of life and death, don't you know? I mean, there's plenty of room, though, for speech bubbles, so... Might just do that. Let me... Yeah, let's get that going. And then, let's do a construction line. Oop. Hold down shift. There we go. It's about right. Pretty close. Yeah. That there. Wait, no, wrong layer. It's always the wrong layer. Okay. You know, if I'm gonna do that, I might need to put like an indication that he's by the kitchen counter in the other panels. I don't know. We'll think about it. Thinking. That's all I do. My brain is a supercomputer. I'm working like a dog over here. Yeah. Okay. Then I might create a new layer and wait, where's our our boy's there, so how do I want to do this? Something like that, maybe. Here. No. Let's Sorry, I've gone silent on you. I'm thinking. Thinking very important things. No, maybe a little too much. Yeah, something like that. To flip it in my gonna have to work on that hand though. I think my cat's fucking around in the background. Her litter box isn't very far from my room, actually, so. Oh, I'm at 57. Oops. Well, I'm getting close to wrapping up then. I'm telling you, time flies when you're having fun. I'm having so much fun right now, it should be illegal. Yeah, I gotta. I'll leave a note there to fix the hand. It's really. I mean, it's kind of cool how fucked up looking it is, but I mean, I don't know. Probably don't want to leave it like that exactly, but. Safe, 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 safe. T, 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 T. Knife, 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 knife. So I feel like it should be more like. There we go. Better? Nah, I'll figure it out next time. There's always a next time. I still got 2 more minutes to kill, I guess. Work on this arm a little bit, I don't know. See, now instead of it being all curved like it is here, it's now very straight looking. Now it's very straight looking, so. All right. And instead of his neck being very thin like it is here, it's thicker. See what I'm saying? I don't like drawing things the exact same way over and over again. Try to put a little bit of a spin on it, you know. Little bit of a twist. But, this is probably going to do it for now. Thanks for hanging out for me. Or, thanks for hanging out with me for an hour. Might do one of these again next week. I don't know. But, keep your eyes open. anything is possible. And yeah, have a good one.